Ring a 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 ring. Hello. Hey, Beauty, how are you doing? Oh, yeah? Oh, you are? No. Seriously? Really? Well, how cool is that? Okay, well, I'll let you go, okay? I'm about to start my broadcast. Okay. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Yo, yo, yo to the yo, yo, yo. Oh, hold on. And 3, 2, 1. Yo, yo, yo to the yo, yo, go. Oh my God. Don't rush the doors, people. Please don't do that. It is Saturday. It is 9 o'clock on the eve of Christmas Eve on the East Coast of the United States of America, and I welcome you. It's December 23rd, 2017. Like I said, don't be rushing the doors, but we'll just stay cool with each other for I don't know, an hour while I work on a couple of things, as I always am, kind of going back and forth, making sure that the depth of the YouTube, all of that, all this cool stuff that you can actually do on the top of YouTube, to make sure that you're getting as much as you want to, and then making sure that you know that there's other ways to connect with me on the internet. Okay, so does that sound like a good idea? And of course, everybody's all hot on price. And we'll go ahead. We are starting off the night with the Bitcoin Cash story. And we did a lot of work on Bitcoin Cash last night, if you were not here. And Bitcoin Cash, as it would be after it left that triangle, decided to take a move up, and we actually did get a cross. We got a signal of a cross right here. And now, if you didn't take that cross and realize that the trade was going into what might be perceived as being a short-lived long, it's not. We don't know yet. It started off very thin, like super, super thin. Took off, it's nice pretty much when the resistance left the trade, shot up, and then now we're coming back down to where resistance is actually support. Isn't that something? That actually happens like that. So I'll stick around with you guys while we're dealing with this little, hookadiddle over here that we don't know if it's going to go ahead and take some traction. And literally, it's like an elevator, right? You take one floor down, another floor down, another floor down. Maybe we'll get some sticky cling stuff down at the 96. And then if we jump over to the Cardwell, close your eyes and open your eyes, we go over to the Bitcoin dollar Bitfinex pair. And we're coming off of our highs, really nosebleed highs. And we go from this is all overbought. And now we're leaving the overbought area and we're coming slamming through to come into the bear region right here. So from 80 to 60, until I tell you further, this is considered this is a drop for the bears. This is a good thing. It crashed through, broke through really. Tried to hold on to the 243, but that was no way was that going to happen. All right, so let me do it this way. Let me go to the YouTube feed if I can. I have a lot of different things here. I don't want to mess up my application window. So let me go over to YouTube and grab the chat, welcome the chat, and do all that stuff. Because I can't see you guys yet until I do that. Let me handle that. I see that we're live. That's a good sign. YouTube is doing its job. Now we have to make sure that YouTube knows that we are living, breathing, caring people. All right, there we go. That's right. Well, actually, it's a no need to rush the doors event. No need to do that. So instead of it being get in here, you'll notice you got to read down there now. No need to rush the doors. Okay, so let's make sure the bot's working. You guys can do this too when you come in. It's /, you just start off with / rules or signals. And that tells us that the Nightbot commands are indeed working. And tonight is going to be the night that I'm actually going to put the commands down below. I learned this today from Vivo. You know, we've got a Discord going, so we've got a thing going on. ChartChatConnect has a Discord, and Vivo really did some very cool things. We have a music bot. We don't know exactly. You know, these things take a while to figure out, but I really enjoyed it today. The music bot, and when you get into that whole kind of bot world, you really learn about the commands. And at first, when you're looking at the commands, you just say to yourself, I got this. You know, I can remember those. I mean, come on. That's not a problem. And then you'll put a command in, and you'll go, that didn't turn out the way I thought it would. And then you try again and again, and then, you know, you lose your mind, and then there goes the bot, right? X to the ixnay, there goes the botany. You know, you're done. You're done. But I think that what's kind of cool about the world of the bot too is that if you can find yourself in a room where there's people actually talking about these ideas, and you know, you can take them over to your own to your own channel, and maybe, you know, help the judge on your own channel. So it's really cool. And a little bit on that, and a little bit on, you know, like social scale. You know, how do you really scale you know, a tiny audience, and where do you go with your tiny audience? And so we talked a few things about, you know, what does this brand really mean? This BeautyBubble, Bitcoin, you know, hashtag make money with beauty. You know, like, what is this really all about? What am I doing? Like, I know what my intentions are, and there's social proof, lots and lots of social proof about what I've been doing. But it's crazy, man, when you're like, you know, 400,000 new clients at Coinbase, and another 1,000 new seats that have to be opened up, you know, in a TeamSpeak, and you know, you're looking at your house, right? It's like you're driving up to your house, and there's 9 work trucks, and you know, an architect that's got his work table out. And you're like, what the hell is going on? And you walk around, and the back of your house is just gone, because it's time to build up. It's time to see it for, well, there's a couple of things you can do. You can either, you know, we just do what we've been doing, which is okay. But I think what we're seeing is that there's just a lot of really weird stuff out there. And that's just because it's the cycle of attraction, you know, and the marketers will come in. Then there'll be the academics. And what I should really say is that the academics were involved in cryptocurrency a long, long time ago. Just look up the Khan Academy cryptocurrency and the videos. Andreas Antonopoulos has been uploading YouTube videos for a very long time. So the academic has been involved, and also look at this move coming in. The academic has been involved really for quite some time, and then we went through this lull of kind of like trying to craft, you know, a space and carve out a space, but there weren't YouTube videos. You know, you would go Bitcoin, and it would be me, and you know, and some other guy that was, you know, like more of a shouting kind of a gambling kind of a person, you know. 'Cause there were a lot of sites out there where you could use cryptocurrency on gambling sites and so forth. So, of course, now we're in a completely different environment. We're breathing a different air. We're being spoken to differently. The multimedia experience is completely different. Also, the number of different sorts of products and how you can get involved. And it's just, you know, it's worse than the Wild Wild West because you ain't got no horse. And speaking of the horse, I tried to find that dang cartoon yesterday, and I found a little bit about the farm. Boynton actually did like a farmyard book, and it's all of his cartoons in which he used farm animals and creatures and the life on the farm. But I could not find it, so I do know that it's in one of my old diaries. So I need to get it, have Quiet take a nice picture of it, and post it on YouTube. I'm posted on Twitter. You guys would really get a kick out of it. But it's the no horse plan, and I hate this horse. Seems like there's a recurring theme because just so that you know, I got bit by a horse when I was little. It took a chunk. It didn't really take a chunk. I was just I was just a little girl. But anyway, horse came through the fence and literally and bit a chunk out of my behind. That's a true story. I was convinced I would be marked and scarred and everything for life, but I've always had like this horse theme in my life. Hey, Reverend, how are you doing? Well, let's take a look in just a moment. Definitely. So, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. In dealing with the description area. Hold on just a moment. Let's see here. Okay. Anyway, welcome to everyone. The Reverend of Crypto is saying Ruby is showing downward stair steps again on BTC, and it looked healthy earlier. Okay, so let's go on over to BTC, USD, Coinbase pair. Right? Here we go on Ruby. Well, there's a few things that are going on here. We did put this trend line in a few hours ago, really, because here's your cross, right? But we have the free market equilibrium line in the 96. It actually acts as a horizontal support or resistance line. You really never know exactly what's going to happen, but it ends up being an ascending wedge. And an ascending wedge many times has a waterfall effect, or what I call a T-spout. In fact, it looks like a T-spout, looks like a teapot. I don't know if you can see that on the chart here, but it looks like a teapot. And then, of course, when it comes to the terminus, which it is here, it has a tendency to spill over. So that is what is happening. It's not so much, Ruby definitely gave us this flat line. This was not the best long to be in. And we talked about this yesterday, that if you didn't understand that we were in a short, and that there was some great longs. Someone actually that I know took the 10-400 long, and was very proud of himself, but knew that he was counter trending. And I think he got out of the position. And of course, then we go Ruby long. But you have to look at the whole thing. Ruby long because of what? Right? Because the EMAs don't happen on themselves. They happen on price moving forward. So as price moved forward, it really was just like ramrodding into this wedge, and then it had nowhere else to go but down. Then we're seeing very little signs, very, very fine little signs. Let me zoom in here. I wish that I got little beeps when you guys were chatting, because I really don't know when you guys are saying anything. Let me go into the 1 minute. All right, so here we're getting our very first signs of the Ruby short cross right here. 51, 12, 41, 32, 8. So not the best setup for the short, but clearly we know why. And here's the waterfall effect in the 1 minute kind of see. So it started happening inside of the pattern, which it often does. It doesn't happen precisely, and this is the 1 minute. And then now we're just trajecting downwards. So we don't know. I mean, it's a good thing, I guess, that I came on so that you guys can actually see this live. That seems to be my talent with you guys. And we'll just kind of keep an eye on it, if you don't mind. Let me come back over to YouTube and see what you guys are doing. Reminding everybody, right? What's the hashtag? Make Money with Beauty. MMWB. You know, you be with the BB, you're going to be doing a lot of MMWB, Make Money with Beauty, hashtag. We're just being cute about that, by the way. It's just, and then the Reverend is saying, good. Right. You're right. It is. So do you follow, does everyone kind of follow how that happens? If you wanted to look for ascending, you would look inside of, in fact, what I will do, this is what I will do, because now is the time to do it. I've been working on a site that doesn't get a lot of love. This company really got themselves into a lot of trouble. But I am going into their glossary. And right now I'm on stale blocks, but let me go on up and see if they have an ascending wedge. And they have an asymmetric bear traps, block rewards. No, they do not have an ascending wedge. So what we'll do is we'll go to ascending wedge and we'll go to Bukowski. I do have to add this to the media list. And it's called a rising wedge. Different, they're called ascending wedges or broadening wedges. There's different words. You want to make sure that you have a flat top. This particular type of pattern, he may actually call this an ascending, because he's calling it a wedge because, let me look at the images. It might be just the ascending triangle. Ascending triangle. So let me go ascending triangle now. I'll grab the Bukowski and put the Bukowski in chat for you guys. Bukowski. Go all ascending triangles, the pattern site, and here we go. There's also measured rules that you can do on this pattern. A lot of controversy. Remember, with me and the patterns, a lot. So this is a link and learn. Link and learn. We like Bukowski very much. And of course, you can always look up either ascending wedge, ascending triangle, and all of the names that you might come across, including the signals. The signals page, I believe on my Twitter, will show this pattern. It's not going to show you all the measured movements and all of the cool things that are involved in an ascending wedge. But and then there's controversy over most of the patterns. You will not find prolifics that fully and agree, and yet they'll obviously they have to be confident about their teachings, because that's what they. But if you go into ascending triangle over on images, you will see. In fact, I will do a view image of this one, and you guys will see. Just point this one in, and it'd be nice if I could have all these things for you guys, but it's all right. There you go. And that shows you an image of what we're actually seeing happen live on Bitcoin. There we go for that. Ascending triangle, Bukowski. And then this crypto company who really found themselves in some sort of a deep pickle. I'm just using their glossary because they have a very nice way that they put together their glossary. So I'm doing cut and paste and putting those over to Twitter. Okay, so let's take a bigger view because you guys are probably freaking out because I'm on the 1 minute and it's like everybody get in here. The trade, move out to a little bit. Trade is moving along. You might be asking yourself, well, when is this it? Yeah, what should we be doing now? Well, there's just a lot of things that you could have on your chart. You can see our chart is, I think maybe at the end of the year we'll start to kind of prune some of the lines, maybe because I can always go back and redraw them. The problem is that when you start to prune your lines, if we get a move, then you won't always remember, man, that's right. We broke down from the complete retrace, or we're continuing, the retrace. This is not a recovery. You just won't remember your markings. So that's all, why you should always have a good chart. Always have a good chart for you. Remember, for you. Because I get questioned about my free market. Why that free market? Why did that line mean more to you? And I cannot tell you. I just know that the pattern that we saw, we dropped the pattern in, and I don't know that these things are going to happen, straight away. I wish I had a timestamp. I could go and find the timestamp. That might help you guys a little bit, so you can maybe draw these things in advance. Vivo has the chart, I believe, and maybe he can grab the timestamp of when we put that in the release in the first few moments of 2018. We are going to be reopening the Discord, and I hope that what is there is a place where you'll want to come. So because you would have received this chart and had some sort of an idea. And we closed it off because when I'd had a Discord, and the conversation. This was a while ago. Hold on. Last year, I had a Discord, and it was coming on the heels of another forum, maybe about ready to kill itself off. And I'd had the Slack, and some people kept saying, "You need to do a Discord. You need to do a Discord." So I opened up the Discord, and then I did the Discord, and then it ended up that the forum kind of imploded and changed a little bit, and then they did a kiss and make up, and then my Discord, basically there was nothing happening. So the most recent opening up of the Discord, now I can see that there's more tools and cool things. It can be a really cool place to hang out. And I don't think that I was really ready to have the room set up properly, and for them to be for certain things, and to understand about the voice chat, and know that I wanted to have a little bit of music because of another forum that I'd been in the Slack that sounded really nice. When you would come in, there'd be a little bit of ambiance going on. And so those are the sorts of things that we're working on just to make it a nicer place and more reflective of what the outreach should be, that, overreaching outreach, because it seems to me as though, um, I look at a lot of things, and I try to be really, really open. And I think what happens, especially in this industry, is that if you align yourself with ideas that are not open, then you'll run into problems, And the perfect one is, what are you shilling, BitConnect now? Like that's a perfect example. That's a Bitcoin maximalist who doesn't want to be in a room with anyone that's associated with anything other than Bitcoin. He doesn't want to be talking, he or she doesn't want to be talking, doesn't want to be bothered with. And so you have these attitudes that can make a room difficult to, not, it's not even managed, difficult to thrive. And so in the trade, you have to remain, curious, and be open. And if you have these sorts of this ambivalence and this I mean, I don't know, maybe I need to tell you, more of my story, and that you can't survive like that. You might think that you've worked it out in your life, but we all need each other. This is all very young. We were talking about this a couple days ago about, this is all just in its birthing. It feels old, right? To some of us, like, oh my God, finally someone else is talking about this. Finally, the speaking engagements and the book writings and the articles and being on television, that all of that's kind of coming around, and wow, that's really cool. But a lot of us have been in this gig for a long time, and some people know of you, some people, you had no idea that they were a maximalist or they were an anarchist, or that there was always this assumption, well, I'm a Bitcoiner, of course I'm an anarchist. Well, now I'm coming to find out that there's Bitcoin anarchists, um, supremacists, meat eaters, for example. Like, I mean, it's just like all these uh, like things. And for me personally, I can't buy into every single thing that doesn't involve curiosity. You cut that off, you cut that tap off, and it's going to be another 20 years before any of this actually really works. You just can't. This is me now. You cannot cut yourself off from curiosity and being involved and listening to other people's ideas, and this whole idea that everything is a scam and everything is bad for business. And I don't know, maybe read a book about the beginning of the internet. It sounds a whole lot like that. You know, it can only be this operating system, and it can only work under these guidelines. And we are so far from that. Even my questions that I have about the original um, white paper. I'm listening to this Audible book. This fellow that decided that he would read the white paper, and it's on YouTube. Well, he's done another video now where he's actually digging into the creepazoid stuff that was done to real life living people over Reddit. And, I'm sending this around to a few people, and they're all, that's all BS, that's inflammatory, that didn't really happen. And the guy is showing, I mean, I don't know, the guy's showing screenshots, and it sure does look like, I mean, anybody that would go through all that work to make it look the same font, the same typeface, the same typeface, the same pitch, what's called spacing. If they were going to go through all of that work to make it look like it didn't happen, then we really are, like, we have other problems to solve. We have way more problems to solve than fighting for, no censorship. But there was a line that I thought was interesting, was that this idea that to find out that there's been censorship in order to keep the virulent troll out, right? I think that is really curious because it has been the viral troll that has censored probably more ideas and more people on the internet. Read Ellen Powell's story of Reddit. It's the sniperous troll that has done all of that nasty work. And the Pollyannas in the world have just learned from it, observed it, and we may, when I say we, the universal we of the Pollyanna, might be able to come in and do something about it. And that virulent, or whatever it's called, virulent, troll think, troll speak, troll do. I don't know how long that's really going to work out. Looks like we're getting a little bit more of a little peep here of Ruby, and we'll go into the 3 minutes so we can actually see. That's leveling off a little bit, so we do have one leg down of a Ruby cross. You guys are seeing that live. We'll go back over to the Cardwell and see how it looks over there in comparison. We're trying to do like a side-by-side. And let's see here. Hold on just a moment. The 3 minute is good enough. And then I'm going to run over to, okay, that's our hangout. Here we are. Okay, there we are on the big board here. So I don't want that to go anywhere. And here we go here. And then I'm going to go over to Discord. I'm going to see if my computer can handle being on the Discord at the same time. And let's see here. Not too much I can do. But what I wanted to do is grab the picture, and we did the Cardwell RSI, and then we have the Ruby Cross. And oh, see, I should have put that Ruby. I should have put the Cardwell over. Do that. It's my man. If you had been with us 3.5 hours ago, and then I actually built the wedge at 20 minutes to 6. I built the wedge at 3:45. Oh, good. I did good then for you guys. Yeah, the wedge has been in place since 3:45 Eastern, right? I believe so. Let me grab the whole little, see how this turns out actually on the oh, this might be kind of cool. That should work. That is a copy. The only thing that you're missing there is the timestamp, so we don't get the timestamp in that. And the timestamp was, well, actually, let's see if this will, if I grab that part of it, go just for social proof. That chart would have been delivered to your Discord through ChartChatConnect at 3:45. So you would have been given, what, 6 hours notice? So quite a bit of notice for, I don't know, heads up or whatever. Not too sure. Not too sure exactly what you guys are looking for, and what it is that you really want to what kind of experience do you want to have. And let me go ahead and put the show in here. All right. Okay, there we go. It's really fun to see the YouTube in the Discord. I like that a lot. But I do have to work on the description and so forth like that too. Maybe I should probably get to that right now. And then we'll make sure we're 34 minutes in. And I'm going to go ahead and share through the share button. It's probably pretty, waited probably too long. But what did I call it? I need to rush the doors. That's right. I need to rush the doors. Go. Discussing ascending triangles, music box, Discord server, and Satoshi's white paper on audiobook. Tweet that out. It's got out. Make sure that it actually went out. Yeah, there we go. 10 seconds ago, copy the link. Get over here to make sure that it's in the box. And this is the tweet. The tweet just went out way too late. Tweet 36 minutes, so I do have to Reverend, do you want me to take a look at your chart? Do you see what it says though? So that message is held for review, by the way. Do you have your Twitter set up? Toss it over to Twitter. I'll see it over there. But right now, first of all, YouTube put your comment in review. Hey Vivo, are you over at the Discord at all? Yeah, do you see that they put, it says 050SSAH2 My Ugly Chart. And that's it. And then it put it in, a message is held for review. You see that? I don't know if it is, looks like it assigned some sort of a review code or something. Do, do. Boom, boom, boom. All right, well, I'm taking a look at this pattern, seeing if there's anything else that I can kind of help with in knowing. I don't really have. I really kind of wanted to work on the description area. And thank you, Vivo, for the like and the retweet. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. I can't wait until I can return the favor, if you know what I mean. Jelly beans. So, Reverend, did you make a final decision as to whether or not you are going to be going forward with BitConnect? Let me know if you're going to. You don't see the Twitter? Get back with me if that's what you're going to do, because I think after the, I don't know, maybe in the middle part of January, Oh, you saw the Twitter. Okay, good. Um, maybe in the middle of January, I might be doing just I don't think it's going to be that long, you know. It'll whatever, it'll be just make part of my regular uploads. But trying to do a little bit of an expose and what are we really looking at here? Um, a lot of it up to this point right now is, you know, I'm having someone take a look at the actual like these lending engines and I don't know what's really going to come out of that. So many people just don't even want to, you know, they don't want to touch it. And then there are more videos that are coming out. The main players, the promoters, um, you know, we need to kind of break some of this down because money doesn't cover up, as I say, like I can't fix stupid. Money can't fix a lot of this stuff. Oh, have you? Okay, well, good. Well, maybe it can be like, let me know, okay? Because I want to know what the other side is. Because right now, all I'm doing is being bombarded with, you know, like I have one guy that I really care about, and he's basically like, what are you shilling this at SHIT now? And it's like, dude, I'm looking at it like everybody else is looking at it. And it's like, well, can't you see through it? Can't you do that? Can't you? And I'm like, well, I'm not, my brain doesn't work that way, you know? Like, yeah, sure. I know. There's a lot of things that I could have a judgment over. Everyone, the judgmental self is an easy out. I don't want to be judgmental. I want to make sure that I'm being given the facts so that I can make, you know, I can say, okay, this is the work that I did and this is what I found out. I also talked to Vivo more about these promotions. What I'm getting from him, and he can obviously speak for himself on this, is that it seems to me the Facebook that's really the gateway is the Facebook, especially if you're trying to reach, you know, a lot of people. So he was sharing some really cool things that are out there. But it's one of those things that, you know, if in the middle of January I find out that this is not something that I could fully endorse, but yet what I did was you know, like I gave someone or anyone this roadmap for how to build something that isn't, you know, that isn't all that good. And so there's that kind of blockage that I have. Um, man, there's so many metaphors that I could give for that, you know. You help people buy a beautiful diamond ring and you spend a lot of time with them and you come to find out he's bought just a friggin' counterfeit something rather and pawned it off as a real diamond to the girlfriend. You know, oh, beauty, help me, and you know, and this was what I decided on, and isn't it so beautiful? And she actually thinks because it came through, you know, my sharing of how to find a beautiful diamond, and then the guy just bought a, you know, piece of dirt. Um, and there's no way of backing out of it, right? And what am I supposed to do? Tell her that she I gave him how to buy a great diamond, and you know he decided that he didn't want to do it that way. So it's kind of like that. Like, oh, I don't know, because the whole expose, whistleblower, even promotion is something that in 2018 I really have to power through and find where my own, you know, marketability is and, you know, where do I fit into? I mean, why would I market someone else's growth and development on something that might not be, you know, good? It might not be good for everybody. And today I found out that there's a willingness to pay for 10,000 what Craig wants to pay a influencer $10,000, like he's going to pay him back or something like that, like he's creating his own paywall pay model by going after a YouTube influencer. And then he's like saying, if you don't have $10,000, that means that you're not an influencer. Very odd relationship that there might be with money and wealth, and I don't know. So I need to see some better, like, this is one reason why I thought that maybe you really needed to, get those videos up and going, and don't wait for perfection, all that kind of stuff. But everybody's going to do whatever they want to do. And people are thirsty for something that's just really direct and honest, and every time I watch these guys now, they have something, really just really horrible to say about other human beings. I don't know. I'm on the fence about all that. And if you've got a pitch where, people are still making money this week, when we saw Bitcoin drop $50,000, 50%. I mean, this is the market. That's the market. You can't. I mean, I think that if that's going to be a quote, if that's what you're going to do, is that look at how sturdy our little business is, our little big business, that we can have the whole world go into lava control and, be Vesuvius, but look at us. What you're really saying is that it's just a matter of time before either your business catches up with the drop or starts to respond to the drop. You guys might just be late. Okay, so I better take a look. It's a fascinating, it's a great conversation, that I can say. And I love talking about it because it's a little bit of crypto drama, because the personalities are just so, and there's a different personality every single time I open up YouTube. Okay, so clearly you can see that we have just cracked and come out, right, of the T-spot ascending triangle, and go on to YouTube, go on to images, and you can find out all about it. And now it's really our job to, just come on out to the 1 hour. You're going to be seeing a lot of lines. And we have we're going to get a pickup here of this low right here, the low is 14,000, pardon me, everybody always gets that wrong. So we'll get a pickup here, and then if this breaks, this can get pretty dangerous for us. So this line is going to be looked upon as it could be a strong line. Got a lot of reaction off this line, actually. So let's see how the trade does as it comes into that low, 11,000. Hold on just a moment. 11,000. No, the low says 14,000 flat. 14,000. Do I have that number right? And do it again. $14,001. And we're now at $14,006. $14,006. This would be another line that we could put in just temporarily, just for the sake of the broadcast. And unless it gets unless it gets a decent reaction off of there, then I'll go ahead and take that line off, because it's pretty obvious on the chart that there's a low there. Let me get into the 5-minute. 5-minute. There we go. There's our line right there. I could actually clean it up because it's 14,001, right? Go to coordinates. And I'm going to go to 0, 1. Whoa, Papa McDaddy Papa. Somebody, did I not power up at the right time? Is it not like hashtag make money with beauty? Come on now, guys. I need some thumbs up. I need some shares. Yeah, 14,000. Need to get some thumbs up. I only have 1 thumbs up, and let me tell you, yesterday this is what I kind of put out to everybody. YouTube doesn't know that I exist. YouTube, I might as well just be kind of shadow banned. The only way that they know that I exist is by you helping me tell them that I exist. And you do that by hitting the thumbs up, hitting share, and asking, subscribing and asking to be notified. That's it. And it's not like I've been at this for 8 years at the end of January, and basically YouTube does not know that I exist at all. And I find that just, like that's just a horrible set of circumstances when there are people that are on YouTube right now that are shouting at you and going flitting back and forth between the charts and some kind of craziness. And there 600 people. One of those guys, 650 people last night, and he's just drinking La Croix and shouting and going between things. And I don't know. I've started to really realize, like it's really hit me that if you don't have a cooperative, everyone has to help each other. That's all there is to it. Everyone has to help each other, and to come into my content and then come as a consumer and not someone that's helping. I don't think that maybe you don't quite get what this is all about on the YouTube side now. On the YouTube side. Maybe you do it differently in other parts of your life, but YouTube, the only way that they know that we exist as a unit is for you to tell them so. And that's by, plunking all of the buttons and asking, saying to YouTube, hey, knock, knock, YouTube, knock, knock, I'm here too. So kind of get used to me talking a lot about that. Okay, so we're getting stuck, as you know, so we should have a little bit of a fight here. If this does break, because we're at 9:51, so in the next 9 minutes or so, if this doesn't really kind of hold up, then the trade doesn't really have anywhere else to go. I don't know how deep it will go. I don't know how long these ledges are, RSI, and kind of take a look. So remember, this is the 15-minute RSI, came off the 80 base, slamming down into the bear region. The bears took over the 60, slamming into the 55. And oddly, the 55, of course, is just about at the price point where the prior low was that we caught. And so we now know if the 55 base doesn't survive, then it doesn't have anywhere else to go but literally land on each one of this is BCH, by the way, each and every single one of these ledges. So it doesn't even matter what instrument that we're on. It's the same sort of trajectory and problem that we're having. I will put it on the BTC USD though, so we can have a side by side. So the 15-minute on BTC USD, we had a refusal of the 243 on this massive channel, and I'll move the chart. This gets a little crazy on the beta, so I don't want to like show you things that don't make any sense. The 243 is right here. 243 gets cracked. It slams the 55 base, falls through the 55 base. Now it's headed for the 40, which is right here and right there at the lip of the trend line that we built yesterday. And I'll go over to the Discord and tell you exactly when that chart was posted. Let me see. Where do I go? Do I go here? And then over to Discord, I think. Yeah. Take off my Twitter. And guess I'll go ahead and get rid of that crypto company thing. That's the real problem, those people. So smart too, and they just freaking blew it. The SEC came in and just it's off. And they have their website. Their website is still up and going. Okay, Cardwell, RSI. And let me see. When did we build the channel? There's the channel. You would have known about the 243 EMA hold. This would have been today at 12:22. I'll take a snippet of the Discord. Maybe this is maybe this might be a good way of kind of social proof. I don't know. We'll see how this works. This would be, how am I putting this? Be right back, still watching. The tweet that went out. Chart. Oh, okay, I got it. Maybe just like this. Just need to take this is the thing about Discord. They should let me tweet out anything that I'm putting in there over at the Discord. They should let me use it somehow. But if you were over at our Discord, you would have found out about this particular setup at 12:22. 12:22 this morning-ish. And that chart has been in our box. I don't even know what a dead cat bounce is. Do you? Like, what do you think it is, Bobby? What do you think a dead cat bounce is? I love questions like this too, by the way. They're fun. So let's go for dead cat bounce, and I will read what the Investopedia says about a dead cat bounce. And here is right. Okay. So this is what does it mean? Lesson. This is a lesson on the dead cat bounce. And I will read to you guys, what is a dead cat bounce? A dead cat bounce is a temporary recovery from a prolonged decline or a bear market that is followed by the continuation of the downtrend. The name dead cat bounce is based on the notion that even a dead cat will bounce if it falls far enough and fast enough. Okay, breaking down a dead cat bounce. Frequently, downtrends are interrupted by brief periods of recovery, right? So we have that in the trade, or small rallies, and we have that in the trade. When prices temporarily rise, which we did get, of traders or investors closing out short positions or buying on the assumption that the security has reached the bottom. I believe it's the earlier one, they're closing out shorts. A dead cat bounce is a price pattern that is usually identified in hindsight. So here we're trying to project, is it indeed coming into a dead cat bounce? An analyst may attempt to predict that the recovery will be only temporary by using certain technical and fundamental analysis tools. A dead cat bounce can be seen in the broader economy, such as during the depths of a recession, or it can be seen in the price of an individual stocks or groups. The next paragraph is identifying a dead cat bounce. A dead cat bounce is a price pattern used by technical analysts. It is considered a continuation pattern where at first the bounce may appear to be a reversal of the prevailing trend, but it is quickly followed by a continuation of the downward price move. Now we do have all that, don't we? So now I got my pop-up, so that is telling me that I've been inside of there too long. So we do have all of that. And Bobby's coming in and saying, Bobby, I don't know where there's a sell-off and people buy in, goes up a bit because people buying dip, but later it drops more. Well, the Investopedia, right, and we'll move over to the next, we'll move over to the Ruby because I think this probably, we benefit from Ruby and seeing this because we see very clear trend, reversals of trend. So here we are, the Ruby short. Don't get all freaked out by the lines, okay? Nothing makes any sense when you first see it. All right, so I don't want that. How did I put that in there? I want to grab a tool that can tell you where the little bit of break is there. That's the Ruby Cross short right here. So what it's saying is that even down here, people were looking at it that it was a good buy, that this was not shorts covering. I believe that the shorts were covering here. And then somewhere in here, people thought, you know what? This is still a really good price. Let me go ahead and get in. And then, of course, we got the ruby long. But this is what's called a kit. When we look back at this in a couple of weeks, this will seem like a very short-lived long. Now, are we in the continuation pattern yet? Right? We know that we're capturing this support resistance line right here. This low is being attacked right now. So it's really our job to find out, when would we consider this a continuation pattern short? In which case this entire ledge would just be literally that, like you're saying. This would be the preemptive dead cat bounce, and then what we're really waiting for is the bounce itself. I mean, it's, you know, and how do you evaluate where that line, the continuation line, goes? So we could build a trend line and then kind of look for where it's generally. We can also do a Fibonacci high to low, get the 50%, and then see where that might line up with some trend lines. So there's a couple of different ways that we might be able to facilitate how deep this might go. But it's looking rather dangerous right now. And if you wanted to say, well, it's dead cat bounce on that prior low, but it might not be over yet, is what we were saying before you came in. So does everyone understand now what a dead cat bounce is? If you're listening, oh, thank you, Bobby. Thank you. If you're listening and you haven't given a thumbs up and you like that sort of walkthrough where we're really like, I'm not coming up with this shit, you know, we're actually going out onto the internet, we're seeing what it's called. Maybe my charts can help explain it a little bit, but if I can't, I'm very happy to, you know, go out and find information that's useful and helpful. So what we need to do is let YouTube know. You have to let YouTube know that we exist, and the only way that you can facilitate that is thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ask to be notified, and share the broadcast out on whatever platform of your choice. You can even take the link and share it wherever you want to. YouTube gives us all sorts of different ways, but at the end of January, I will have been on YouTube for 8 years, and I bet that there's people that are hearing my voice right now that had no idea that I existed. I'm probably one of the few people that still has my archive of Mt. Gox on the left side, and we're talking about minute-by-minute charts. So I've been in this for a long, long time, and you know, just found myself kind of maybe on the wrong side of things, and just recently decided, you know, kind of to take control of my destiny in the space on my own. And I think it's working out really well. Pretty much everyone knows how appreciative I am. I know that it's a crowded ecosystem out there, and there's a lot of tendency that, you know, people want to be entertained, but my panel, because I do it through Hangout technology, all I have to do is get you over to my Discord, give you the panel link, and you come on in. Anyone that knows me and has known me in this space for a long time, that's what this is really all about. It's all of us sharing what we see, at like Bobby coming in and saying, is this what I'm seeing? And then we just talk it up, we talk it out. I'm not the guru. There's no guru in my spaces at all. It might come across that way with a certain tone of voice that I have, but there's no guru in me. There's no guru in my blood. None at all. I'm here to share and facilitate and get you guys somehow on some sort of level playing field where you can learn and express what it is that you see, that you can, so that you can make action, you know, on your own. Speaking of which, on your own, and we are getting, if you'll notice, Bobby, there's a doji right here, and that doji can actually carry, it can carry the fractal long, so we have to keep an eye on that, okay? Because that could actually be the end of the pullback. I'm not really too sure just yet, though. I don't know exactly. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody. All right. I'm going to put everybody to sleep if you are still with me after I read my disclaimer. Bravo to you. So that you know, a lot of times I go live and there's no audio. And that's because I'm kind of setting up and I'm working too and doing tick by tick. And you'll notice maybe I'm just not on mic. The mic isn't hot, but I'm still kind of working. The stream is to serve as an archive of price action during volatile moves. That's why it's called Bitcoin moving. I try and come into, and now I can really go live like in less than 3 minutes. I try and just go with my gut in a way. Oh, this is a good time. Sometimes I don't really know exactly what will happen in that, it's looking like it's a move, or I'm kind of drawn to wanting to come onto YouTube because I'm seeing something. And it's been pretty, the outreach has been pretty successful in me just using that reaction and then just, giving myself the freedom to go live. Disclaimer, you guys ready? On 3, 2, 1. I'm going to try and read this one really fast tonight. Let's see in just in a few seconds, really. Ready? We're getting that bounce too, Bobby, by the way. Please be advised that all content in the charts shown is meant for entertainment and educational purposes only. Trading the stock, bond, currency, cryptocurrency, commodity, and futures markets can be rewarding, but is also risky. Be aware that you can lose money and in some ways lose more than you have. It can also be profitable, but not without significant risks. You are responsible for your own independent investment transactions. The charts shown are not to serve as an investment advisory service. I highly encourage you to seek professional advice in regard to your own financial decisions. Information you may get from any chart shown and its further discussion in other chat rooms, Make Money with Beauty, or forums may not reflect my opinions at the time. Make more money with beauty. The charts shown in their content is not a solicitation nor an offer for professional investment advice, nor is it an offer to buy or sell stocks, bonds, currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities, and futures. So that you know, in full transparency, my channel is under review with YouTube for monetization approval. We're really looking forward to that day, if it is to come, if it's to be for us. Hashtag Make Money with Beauty. MMWB is Go Team Beauty, and there you go. And we called it really well. I don't know what you're doing down there, though. There. What happened to you? Viva, what are you doing? 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 What are you, whoa, 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 whoa. Why is the Nightbot coming after you for those things? Oh my goodness. What happened, Vivo? You say that you were timed out by the Nightbot, dude, for 5 seconds. It goes Vivo. Squeal like a pig. Stop spamming emotes. Warning. So just so that you know, that comes from the friggin' Nightbot. That is not, that isn't the way that I talk. But what did you do? Okay, I'm going to have to delete this because that's just, I can't delete. Oh, I can remove it. Okay, let me remove. Wow, that was bad. And then I'm doing my disclaimer too, dude. What's your deal? You guys. Bob Saget comes in and says, understandable. I had a big gut feeling that it might drop to 10,000. Good luck with approval. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I got caught up in the apocalypse. Yeah, and it happened where my globes were green, and then they went yellow, and then they went gray, and then they went away, and then they changed that you had to have the 10,000 lifetime views, of which we have our 10,000 lifetime views, thanks to some really committed, really cool friends that I have out there that have bigger reach, and they shared one of the videos one night, and it was stuck at 9,999. That's how tough YouTube is, and it was stuck there for hours. And I had family members letting me know, I watched one of your old videos. You should be at 10,000 now, but it didn't happen. And it took a whole night for us to go, but we are now like 10,400. I mean, so we have the lifetime views. It's just a matter of whether or not they're going to approve. And I hope that they do. And thank you for your good thoughts and wishes. I appreciate it. Okay, so we did get, you'll notice that there's a doji down there. Now, is it dead cat? Because really what we're looking for is a continuation of the short. And we're not really getting that. What we did was that we got slammed from a bull down into a bear towards the lower most recent bad pullback low. And that's where that magenta line down there is what that line is, the $14,001. So, you know, if that really meant something, if that wick really had enough, you know, whatever volume count or price, you know, cost basis to hold the trade up to return long, we don't know. But that was a great call. Thanks, Bob. We got Bob, you know, thank you, Bob. I want to make sure, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. Okay, we're going to make you famous. Thank you so much. Bobby Saget is now he is a subscriber, and he is a very nice person. And I want to make sure that I send you when we get the Discord up and going. And I don't know if you do Discord, but I'm just, you know. So we're going to make you a famous character, and that's how we do things here. Don't worry about it, okay? But that's the way that I can keep in touch with you, and thank you. You brought me a great question. We got a decent enough answer. We knew that the chart was kind of set up for that. And then now I think we all sort of know what a dead cat bounce is, or we can follow one next time we see it in the chart. So as I was reading it, of course, you know, it's like, oh yeah, of course we have, but we don't really have a full. It's like a half cat bounce, or it's like a at bounce without the C, without the follow through, because we don't have it yet. But great call. Look at this trade go. Super duper. Thank you, everybody that's coming in. To the no need to rush the doors, people. Bitcoin is moving, people. There's this great sportscaster that used to be on Periscope, and he'd go out on his roof and he'd go, and there is the New York City skyline, people. Isn't it beautiful, people? And he was always fun to listen to. And he'd go out on his rooftop and smoke a cigar and tell us about things. And he did a lot of drama, that guy. I can't even remember about some of the things that he would talk about, the drama content. So, and I'm glad. Yeah. And I learned from you too. So that's how it should, you know, that's what it should be like. Oh, good. Okay. So what you need to do is that, did you put your chart over at your Twitter? Do you go ahead and put your Twitter, your handle in the box, if it will let you do that. And I'll go over there and look at your chart that you've got. The Reverend of Crypto. The Reverend of Crypto is about to really move forward, guys. And we wish everyone, you know. Okay. All right. Well, you let me know. Just let me know what the handle is. Your handle over Twitter. You know, everybody's looking for opportunity. And I think that 2018, I know that my area of expertise is going to be in payment processing and finding goods and services that we can offer, and also know about payment processing that's, you know, good and healthy for the ecosystem, and that is built well and right and everything. Because obviously there's been, you know, escrow services and different sorts of things. In fact, the very first Bitcoin that I said yes to, I was always offered Bitcoin in the day. I always said no. It's of greater value to you going forward than it would be in processing it to me. That's how I thought about it. And the first time that I actually accepted I was part of a beta, and it was for a tweet, and you can see it on the blockchain. And I did a tweet for a cheese company. Yes, like cheese, like a real cheese company. And so it was to advertise a cheese company, and I was compensated in Bitcoin for the tweet. And it was a very cool concept of kind of a crowdsourcing, and then of course using micropayments to compensate you. And that's the very first bit of Bitcoin that I said yes to, was a micropayment. So my heart is really set on understanding and making sure that that continues. In fact, I asked Jack Dorsey of Twitter, put out a tweet this past week asking people to let him know what area of Twitter, what improvements and what their ideas were. And a lot of people, of course, want edit control. They want to be able to edit their tweets, as if they're going to win a Pulitzer or something. But they want to be able to edit their tweets. And I asked him, if he could go back to the Sync Me days. American Express had done some beta testing with what was called bracket Sync Me. And what you could do is you could find a product, insert the product into your tweet, and ask for Sync Me, and Sync Me would order the product, and your payment processor was American Express. And that lasted literally like 3 minutes, right before it got all, effed up. So I told him, bring back Sync Me for Bitcoin. That's what I want you to do, Jack. That's what I think you should do, Jack. So we'll see what happens. I'll find the tweet and I'll put it in the live chat for you guys. All right, so what else is on your mind? What else do you have going on? Thank you for the new subscribe. Welcome. Anything else? You guys are just going to get the chat bot. Speaking of the chat bot, Nightbot, let me give you some ideas on what else is over there. I'm not doing like the best job of the Nightbot, but I think what busted me out was early on, the Nightbot had kind of closed down. It wasn't really working, and then there was no, we didn't get any notification that the Nightbot wasn't working. So we've got things like this. This is a command over at the Nightbot. Exclamation snowflake, like Operation Snowflake. So that's a Nightbot command. I have, we have one where we're using multiple emojis, doing a little testing on multiple emojis, and like, can we do like emoji codes, or if you have like a special emoji code, it would unlock certain things, like certain special stuff that I had going on. Of course, we have, this is a cut and paste of Elliott wave information. That's that E-wave. So I'm using a lot of Twitter, where I'm taking the Twitter, putting pictures in the Twitter, and then using Twitter as the URL. Then I have, well, yeah, the emoji, the unlock the emoji. I actually got that from, the good folks at Blab. They tried that, where you would have to have a special emoji code to unlock your room. And that was kind of fun. There's another one. And then the next one is, oh, I like this one. We'll be doing maybe more of these maybe tomorrow, because it's Christmas Eve. And I think we're going to be doing another hotline for Christmas Eve, where we come on and we give you guys great ideas or answer your questions about how to live well. Trade well, live well. It's one of my mottos. You trade well, you can live well. And if you follow some very basic rules and you learn how to eat well, then you can trade better. Something like that. Yeah. So that's, I have another one, which is, this is all part of the, if you really are serious and you really want to be part of the blockchain, there's no better way than to put our relationship on the blockchain by putting a little bit of dust on the blockchain that says, guess what? That's me and Beauty. That's us right there. That's us. There it is right there. Boom, boom, boom. There's the line item right there. It's undisputable. It's undisputed. It's right there. And so I'm doing a little bit more of a, if you want a relationship with me, put it on the blockchain. Probably have to rewrite that one. But I'm really like, I'm just pushing all the boundaries. Okay, what else? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go over to the Reverend. We need to check out the Reverend's chart. I am doing that right now. The Crypto Reverend. I'm doing it. Hold on, let me grab your, there you go. The Rev of Crypto. Great handle. Love it. Love it. Good for you. Take it over to Twitter. Why is Coinergy talking about Playboy bunnies? What is that all about? Okay. Oh, you've been busy. Look at you. Okie dokes. Let me see what I can do here. Somebody's been busy with Ruby. Look at this. You put your candle studies on here. You're in your 15-minute. You have, okay, so there's a few things that you can do if you wanted to, only if you wanted to. But obviously I could start with your Twitter account. But yeah. Okay, so you did good. You did good. This is Ruby on fleek, guys. This is Ruby on fleek, if you are ready for this. How fun is that? Check out Ruby on fleek. I'm surprised he didn't do it for BitConnect, though. That I'm very surprised at. Good for you. I see what you mean by that. It took the coloration. I think what's happened, like I told you, is that TradingView might have changed a little bit of its, maybe the background got tweaked a little bit. That's possible. So it's not that the colors are identical, but it's coming out on the interface a little differently because they may have changed the background. Maybe. Cool. It's you. I love it. Do you want me to show it on the big screen so that people can see what you did? We got Ruby on fleek. All right, here, I'll do it. Hold on just a moment. Let me see if I can get it on another window without busting the computer wide open. Let's make sure that, first of all, whoa. Okay, guys. I don't want to say that this is Ruby on crack because that wouldn't be very nice. That would not be nice at all. And it wouldn't be really true. But this is when you take Ruby on your own. Okay, whoa. Look at that. See, this is fun because the picture that I get doesn't have, it's a little different. The frame is a little bit different. And, okay, good enough. Let me come back over to here, and I don't need that, but I don't need your Twitter, don't need the night commands. Now I just need the YouTube video. You're saying, what's the difference? Well, um, when you take the Pine script, well, obviously he's adding other um, indicators. He's adding the candlestick. There's something called the candle studies, right? Then your whatever your momentum or your oscillator is down below, like I could probably bring that down all the way, but yeah, there's a few things that we can do to have you clean it up just a little bit, but I do understand why it would like blast open everything. So, but that is Ruby on Fleek, and congratulations. I think that's very cool. And I guess it goes to show you that, I can't wait to see it with the BitConnect. Because I think your BitConnect audience, I suppose, would really enjoy seeing a side-by-side. Very, very cool. So, yeah, I mean, outside of like being able to just prune some of the, there's a box where you can prune a lot of the things that you're seeing on the left-hand side. You can actually hide those. And having the price labels on the right, you might want to hide those when you're showing it to certain people that have never seen the chart before. Like there's certain things that you can do to, lighten the load a little bit. Uh-huh. Well, good. Very good. Because who was it over at, let me grab the Discord. Wacha was looking for Ruby. Let me go into the Coin Scoop. They should be going live in a little bit, I think. Are they going live today? Or is it maybe it's a, are they dark today? I don't see that anybody's over here. Coin Scooper, the bot, is here, but they're not over here. So I don't know. It's hard for me to chase down people on the internet. It's not easy to do that. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's say you want to clean it up, right? And let me bring this down. Let me go into my own chart here, okay, so you can see. And let me zoom to the boom boom. Let me do one thing first. I'm going to take your chart and I'll go ahead and close it up. Okay, I'm going to grab the syntax, the URL, and let me put that over. Let's see here. Vivo, can you grab this and just put it in the Ruby in the channel, but make sure that it says that it's from the Reverend. Can you do that? That's his chart right there, if you don't mind. And then as soon as you let me know that you've got it, I'll go ahead and delete it from the chat. So you can grab it for me. I'd appreciate it. Okay. If you didn't grab it, then I will put it over there. Let me go back over to our Discord. Go here. Okay. All right, over to some education here. All right, let's make sure that you guys can actually see this happening. Let me make sure. Let me go ahead and get out of my Discord. And are you guys ready? Yeah, when the holidays are over and we've got the rooms all set up, everybody's going to get the Discord link again, okay? So that then I can kind of go over the rooms, and we have to build like a little bit of a rule set and so forth, okay? But you'll get the link. Don't worry. Now that you've got your Twitter, so it's just a matter of getting through the holidays and getting the room set up the way that I feel that it should be. Okay, so who's ready? Let me make sure that you're ready. Everybody ready? Okay. All right, so we're about to show the Reverend how he can clean up his Ruby on Fleek. So I want you to come up here. You're going to notice that there's a chart properties. It's a cogwheel, daisy, gear wheel. And you're over here, and you open this up. And you'll notice there's lots of different things that can control the right axis, the countdown clock, the symbol last value, etc. Just go through here and hit, unhit, undo, etc. like that. And eventually you should find where, only because it's easier to read, that you will just have the pair name up here on the left. You can even get rid of the pair name, by the way. Don't have to have anything up there and just rely on the watermark. But go through all of these. Go through all of these and play around with them. And you'll be able to get the chart to, be a little less complex when you're looking at it. And then you can come back in here and then add them. Like I need to do this Mayer's scale thing on the 243. So I'm keeping this up when I'm doing those studies so that I know what the 243 is, what the price is on the 243 as the example. So just go up and down this entire window, okay? There we go. So you got that. Daisy, chart properties, open it up, and then play around. Let's see if you like that. Did you see that? Okay. And Bob, you saw it too? Okay. So yeah, go. It doesn't change the code. It doesn't go down into the code and change the code. It doesn't change the Pine script at all. It just changes the front-facing interface as we have it. And there you are. ¿Cómo te ha ido, mi amigo, mi amore? Buenas noches, mi bambino. See, I get a little bit of Italian in there. That's when I get busted. I'm like busted out. Hey, Ruben, are you guys going live tonight? Did you come in here to snoop around? Did you come in here to snoop? Well, give me a new link. Give me a new link, and then, oh, you're going to be all Spanish tonight? Of course you would, right? Todo bien. Yeah. I'm good. I've been hanging out with Vivo. See, Vivo, he thinks in Spanish, and I know that he's thinking in Spanish, right? So, which is really, really cool. So, as I'm speaking in English, I know that he's translating it in his brain in Spanish, and it is so fun. So, I'd be happy to have it be all Spanish tonight. In fact, no more English until I close it down, okay? And I'll just keep saying the same things over and over that I know in Spanish. The thing is that buenas noches, Corillo. Corillo is like cowboy? Buenas noches, Corillo? I have to look that one up. What is Corillo? Corillo. Corillo. I have to look at that. Oh, it's not cowboy? See, this is perfect. This is when things start to get really weird, right? Really, really weird. You're not going on tonight? Oh, no. Do you want to learn about the Hangout technology? You can come in, just say hello, and then leave. Talk about your channel. It'll give you a chance to do that if you wanted to do that. You don't have to be on camera. You can just be on mic. Be fun. Oh, Carillo is like a family. But where would that come from? Carrillo. C-O. are like, well, what's community then? What's community? If Korea is like family, what's community? Oh, anyway, I have such a long way to go. But yeah, if you wanted to hang out, I'm just, I'm not pressuring you. I'm just saying that if you wanted to, and if you just wanted to kind of come in and say Merry Christmas because you guys, oh, comunidad. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, for community. So see, I don't understand the corillo then at all. But anyway, I have a new word. And then, of course, I have comunidad, right? Comunidad, dad, or comunidad, the. Asking serious questions over here at Bitcoin Moving with BeautyBubble. No need to rush the doors tonight. Oh, no, no. Except for guess what happened? Look at the friggin' trade people. Of course you should be rushing the doors, coming over here to hashtag make money with beauty. Gotta make money, people. Make money to do good, people. Come on now. I'm gonna move my chart over a little bit so Bobby can see what his dead cat bounce is doing. So I don't know. Do you guys want me to send you the Hangout link? You just let me know. I can put it over. I can actually send you like a, if you've never used the Hangout technology, because you're using OBS, but what I'm suggesting is that you always have that plan B so that you can go live like on the fly. And if I'm not mistaken, you can go live on your phone too, by the way, just letting you know. And then when are you going to get your Nightbot up and going? Gotta do that. You guys are probably wondering, who in the world am I talking? What? Who are you talking about? You guys are talking about me, amores, okay? Me friends, me amigos, not the coin scoop. I got it all figured out. I'm talking about my good friends at the coin scoop. Just a moment. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. Join Chris and Ruben along with friends. Let me tell you, when they say friends, like this is like, you don't even know the kind of love that goes on. You really, really don't. It's all late night love though. It's so, the vibe is like so fun. If you've ever like gone to a ball game, right? And then you're walking down 8th or something, right? You're walking down 8th and your feet hurt a little bit, and maybe you're a little raw in the throat because you've been screaming and yelling at the stage or whatever. And then you're just walking down, you're walking down the street. Maybe you're going to catch a cab. Now it's an Uber or whatever to go into a little bar. That's that vibe right before you put your hand on that door and then your life becomes someone else's, That whole thing, that whole walking down the street, I'm telling you, they are the Saturday night fever. Okay, and these guys, I'm not going to say it now, only because I can say this. They are so sexy. Beauty said it. Hashtag beauty be funny. They are so fun. They're just, oh my God. What can I tell you? So what Ruben is saying, I want to spread the love. The past 2 or 3 times I hopped in, I don't know if it was me or what, because I couldn't hear you. And we use Hangout and OBS. We are going to do a lot of things in the works. Okay, so you're cool about that. And starting this week, since we will all be together. Good, good, good. Yeah. I know you've been saying that. I also know that you're probably going to be jammed with family and lots of things and all the stuff that you think that you're going to be, all the things that you think you're going to be doing, you might not do. But I think that everyone that finds you wants to help you. Very likable guys you are, right? I think the people, they just get you right away, and it's just fun, and you make it fun, and you make it like, for me, for my certain kind of, brand or personality, it's really cool for me to just come in there and go, phew, you know, take the chignon down and just like let my hair down and just sort of be kind of me, and I don't have to be like, you know, super duper nothing, right? I don't have to be nothing because you guys just carry the show for like the hour and it's just oof, love it. So you guys visit the Coin Scoop, okay? I'll try to do it their way. Because what you want to do when you're over at the Coin Scoop is that you want to smack that like button, okay? Hashtag smack the like button, share, tell a friend to tell a friend about the Coin Scoop, and just do that. Do yourself a favor. It's late night. It's hella fun. Join Chris and Ruben with all of their friends, me included. The chat's off. The chat's in fuego. It's so fun. Join them over there. They're in their holiday little break right now, and they'll be back online really soon. So that is so cool. Yes, the Coin Scoop. You got the Coin Scoop. All right. Okay, so let's go back to the chart. FYI, 14,640, we got our bounce. As Bobby was saying, we got our dead cat bounce. We got that really interesting candle in there, and I hope that Bobby got to see that live. You know, it's only a 5-minute chart, so we really don't know what's happening, but a great pullback. We knew that we were getting a lot of bearish momentum. The fractal is a little weak here. You could look at this if this is one fractal. It closes out, it goes bare, pulls up again, and we just don't know if it's going to survive. And then we would see this very shallow, very, very shallow ruby short kiss, and then the trade would continue to go long. The problem is, though, the problem, don't look at my chart and shame me. The problem is that the trade, and if we follow all the EMAs, the trade started to flatten out. This is a no trade warning. And all of this starts to flatten out. If this was to gain a little bit momentum, all the EMAs were supposed to really start to sequence down. The trade has a very hard time recovering. And so the weight, and we talked about this yesterday, the weight of this trade will act as a continuation pattern. We'll go into the 240-minute, even though the Ruby will be you won't see her as well, but I'm sorry, the 120. This is the Ruby Cross short right here. So the direction of the trade, people, what we can do is, let me go ahead and let me kind of put a line in here so you guys can kind of see. Just so you understand, okay, direction of the trade short. Direction of the trade short, more short. Refract. Direction of the trade short, 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 and short. Recovery. Recovery, recovery, dead cat. Okay? I think I did too much. Then Bobby comes in and says, Beauty, we looking dead cat? I'm like, guess what? Yeah, looks like we got a dead cat. Dead cat, roll, roll, roll into the double bottom here. Okay, from this wick right here, we get the double bottom over there on the right. Hold up. Hold up. And the tool is not working for me. But the trade, if you'll notice, they're outside of the fact that there was whether it's short covering and late comers coming in thinking that they're going to get decent value, they're going to get some discount. Well, they just got their heads handed to them, so they're scared little bunnies over there, big time. And it's a matter of if the shorts, if the shorts really want to lop their heads off, they're going to do it, and then they'll go. And who knows? There's people out there that are, calling for the 10,400. Which is down here, and then I've got my 10 grand down there. Just waiting to eat your lunch. Why do I talk like that? I'm gonna eat your lunch. I got a bumper sticker, I think, that says my other coin, my token, is to eat your lunch. Thank you for the fuego emoji. Thank you. Thank you very much. What else? Anything else? We've been on for 2 hours now, and I think that maybe that might be about it. Does anybody have last call let me see, I can't say last call for alcohol. Last call for hashtag Make Money with Beauty. Last call. Okay, I think we did really well tonight, by the way. Thank you very much, Bobby. We did really well tonight. We caught that trade coming in low. We caught the wick of the trade that came in low. And I'm not even going to do a price point on it. It was a good little scalp. Long and a very firing up later. Oh, good. Okay. When? When? We'll come. I'll come and see you. You know, like in the chat. Let us know. You gotta do it now. Do it now or do it on your Twitter, I guess. Very cool. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're taking the action that you know you find necessary and that you want to do. So, in an hour. Okay, so it's 11:15. So at 11:45. All right. So we'll just keep an eye out. But I think that might be it for me, guys. Is everybody ready to say goodbye? Did everybody do their part with YouTube? That's with a thumbs up. That's with subscribe to the channel. That's with share. Be notified. Show that you care. You have to show YouTube that you care to have, it's not just me personally, you understand, to have this content be powered up. You have to be willing to do that. And don't be just a consumer. Be involved. See, consumer, there's a you in there. You help me make this happen. You do that. I can't do it on my own. I've been doing it on my own for 8 years. And that's just not, it's called tenable. It's not tenable. It starts to not make a whole lot of sense when I know that there's a few more things that I can share with you guys. You know, so that's what I want to do. I want to serve. I want to make money to do good. And if we can just learn a few more things about the trade when they're actually happening so that you can build up some muscle memory and then be able to take, you know, action on your own in the future based on a few little things that maybe you learned or you found out about just because you were encouraged to go out there and learn. This is a huge, one of the biggest learning curves ever, is to learn how to make money. And when you're the tree, remember, because money doesn't grow on trees, right? Everybody knows that. And for those of you that know me and my story about, you know, money doesn't grow on trees until you're the tree. I love you guys. I'm going to talk to you really soon. Bless you in your travels. Safe travels. Love on your families. Be good to one another. Be of good cheer. Bye-bye now.